Everyone, good morning po. Kamusta kayo?
Good morning po, sir. Good morning po, sir.
Kamusta naman kayo?
Kakagising lang po.
Ayos lang ba?
Gcash pwede. Okay, before we start for our next discussion, announce ko lang na next week, di ba, face-to-face tayo, di ba? Tama ba ako?
Yes
Bali,
po, sir.
mag-quiz tayo sa next face-to-face meeting. So, cover ng quiz natin is from chapter 5 until the last discussion na may di-discuss ko today. Okay po. Okay, good. That would be individual exam. So, hindi na siya magiging group. I-assess ko muna kayo for individual exam. Actually, plan ko next face-to-face and sa face-to-face meeting natin, dalawa yung magiging exam natin. So, yung isa, yung chapters 5 until hanggang chapter 9, and then next exam would be cover to cover exam. Pawait na lang ako ng announcement for that. So, bali it's either 1 or 2 quiz po tayo next week. Maliwanag po. Yan. Maganda na yung maliwanag. So, share ko ng screen. Mabilis lang yung magiging discussion natin today. Because isang chapter lang ang i-discuss ko. Para naman hindi daw mabigla si J-Lo. Baka sabihin sa akin ni J-Lo sir, magkukus tayo. Ang i-discuss nyo yung week, dalawa na naman. Baka hindi ko na po ma-observe. Ano nga, J-Lo? Kaya. Sige. Di bali, anda naman ako. Pwede ko namang i-discuss yung chapter 10 din. Hindi ka kaya. Pwede naman. Nga, J-Lo. Pwede kong i-discuss yung chapter 10 natin. Kung gusto ni J-Lo. Sige. Kumain na pa kayo? Kumain na kayo? Di ba kayo kumakain to? Same feelings. Okay. Pwede naman kayong kumain habang nagle-lecture tayo. Basta mamimigay lang. May nakikita kayong shared screen.
Yes po, sir.
Open cam kayo para aware ako kung kayo may hawak na calculator, ballpen, at papel. Para pagdating ng ating quiz next week ay hindi tayo mga nakatuwa. Bakit naman yung isa nasa langit na minsan yung biro.
Yes po, sir.
Minsan yung biro nagkakatotoo yun. Brother, minsan yung biro nagkakatotoo. Pero wag naman sana. Wag naman sana. Asa ka ba? Nasaan ba to? Wait nga, ipin ko nga lang saglit. Hindi pala nasa langit. Nasa ka ba, Kabral? Hindi ko alam.
Sa amin po, bali ang background po kasi against the light po.
Okay. Okay lang. Okay lang naman sa akin mag-background na ganun. Walang problema. Kala ko nasa langit ka na. Wag naman na. Ay siya, open ka muna saglit. Okay, para makita ka. J-Lo vlogger ka ba? Okay. Parang vlogger ang tayo mo dyan. Makukulit lang muna ako saglit ng aking estudyante. Saglit lang. Kukulitin ko muna kayo. Hanap tayo ng mga seryoso. Okay, yakin na, wag na. Ganap pong magandang bahay yung mayaman. Kasi puro may mga background. Okay, sige. Share ako ng screen and then pa-confirm naman ako. May nakikita ako yung share screen.
Meron na po, sir.
Meron na. Sige, start tayo ng ating chapter 9 for the break-even analysis. Kung napapansin niyo yung mga discussion natin, it's all about analysis, puro analysis. Nasaan na nga ang share screen? Okay. So, break-even analysis tayo for our chapter 9. Again, hawak kayo ng calculator. Ibigay ko muna yung mga definitions and principles involving the break-even analysis. Sige, pabasa naman ako. Sino nga pwede pagbasa? Yan, si Mark yan.
Good morning po, sir. Break-even analysis is one of the most important business tools. It is used to determine the level of profitability of a certain company. It provides the companies with targets to cover costs and make a profit. It helps the business determine the cost structures and the number of units that need to be sold in order to cover the cost and start making a profit.
Sige, tuloy lang.
Break-even analysis is usually done as a part of business plan to see how practical the business idea is and whether or not it is worth pursuing. Break-even point can be determined by calculating the points at which revenue received equals the total cost associated with the production of goods or services.
Another one.
Tutuloy po, sir.
Yes pa.
Okay po, sir. Break-even analysis is a method of determining when value of one alternative becomes equal to the value of another. It is commonly used to determine when costs exactly equal revenue. If the manufactured quantity is less than the break-even quantity, a loss is incurred. If the manufactured quantity is greater than the break-even quantity, a profit is made.
Okay. So, sa lahat ng mga binasa ni John Mark, isa lang ang ibig sabihin nun. Ang break-even analysis or break-even point, it is the point where yung ating revenue, sinabi dito, yung ating revenue is equal to the costs. Is equal to the cost. Again, tatandaan ninyo, pag sinasabi nating break-even analysis, yung revenue daw natin is equal lamang sa ating total cost. Meaning to say, yung pag meron tayong isang business or pag meron tayong business or yung may company, yung break-even analysis, hindi nagbabago yung kinikita niya or walang kinikita o hindi nalulugi or hindi kumikita. So sabi dito sa ating break-even analysis, tatandaan natin mga formula involving profit is equal to the revenue minus the cost. So meaning to say, kapag ang ating profit is positive, then yung ating company or business is gaining. Kapag yung profit naman natin is negative, meaning to say, yung ating business or yung isang company is losing a profit. And then kapag yung ating profit is equal to zero, meaning to say, yung company or yung business is at break-even. So yun po yung ibig sabihin ng break-even. Yung revenue ay, wait lang. Hey, hello. Limited na kasi limited na yung Okay, sorry, wait. Saglit lang ha. Give me 1 minute po. Sige, okay. Okay, na-audible na ulit. Rinig pa.
Opo, sir.
Again, ulit tayo. From the very start. Pag sinabi nating break-even, it is the point where yung ating revenue ay equal lamang sa ating cost. Meaning to say, walang nababawas, walang nadadagdag sa ating business or ating company. Alam natin, ang formula ng ating break-even is yung ating profit is equal to the revenue minus yung ating cost. Pag sinabi nating profit, ito yung ating kinikita or ito yung ating tinutubo. Ano yung revenue? Ito yung binebenta natin. Ito yung napagbebenta natin. At ano yung cost na tinatawag natin? Ito yung mga puhunan or maybe ito rin yung ating mga expenses na gagamitin in order to run a business. Kapag ang ating profit ay nag-positive, if our profit is positive, then our company or the company or the business is gaining profit. On the other hand, kapag negative yung ating profit, yung company or yung business, yung nagpapatakbo ng isang company or ng isang business ay nalulugi, is losing. Kapag zero naman yung ating profit, siya ay break even. Meaning to say, yung ating revenue ay equal sa cost. Di ba kapag inequate natin yung profit natin as zero, magiging revenue minus cost. Kaya yung ating revenue ay equal sa cost. Therefore, yung amount ng ating revenue ay equal lamang sa amount ng ating cost. Kaya sinabi natin na hindi kumikita, hindi tumutubo or hindi nalulugi. Kaya nga hindi nag-gain or hindi nag-lose. Maliwanag po tayo sa ating principles ng ating break-even analysis.
Opo, sir.
Others po.
Yes po.
Yes, sir.
Yun.
Yes
Yun
po,
lang
sir.
yun lang yung tatandaan ninyo kapag yung isang company is nagbenta ng nagbenta ng mga equipment and then kumita sila, meaning to say nag-gain. Sadya naman 'di ba? Kapag nalugi, nag-lose yung kanilang business. At kapag hindi nalugi at hindi nalugi at hindi tumubo, break even siya. So, sa break-even chart tayo. It is a graphical representations of break-even analysis. The break-even point is the quantity of the production at which income is equal to the total cost. Sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, yung ating revenue ay equal lamang sa ating total cost. Sir, ano po yung ating mga total cost? Kalimutan ko sabihin sa inyo kanina, yung ating total cost dito, itong cost natin is the total cost. Yung total cost natin ay makukompute natin sa fixed cost plus yung ating variable cost. Ano pag sinabing fixed? Actually, na-discuss ko na naman sa inyo yung fixed cost at variable cost. So mag-recap lang tayo kung ano yung fixed cost. Yung fixed cost, ito yung mga cost of producing a product that varies. Variable cost muna tayo. Sa variable cost, ito yung mga cost of producing a product that varies proportional to the quantity of production. Meaning to say, nagbabago. Yung payment is nagbabago depending kung ilan yung ipinuproduce ng company or yung business na pinapatakbo mo. Ano yung sinatawag nating fixed cost? Yung fixed cost na sinasabi dito, ito yung cost that must be paid regardless of the quantity produced. Meaning to say, kinakailangan nating bayaran yung mga equipment or services kahit marami or kukunti yung ating napoproduce na product or marami or kukunti yung binibenta or kinikita natin pero hindi siya nagbabago. Ano ba yung mga example ng ating fixed cost? Example, yung mga renta, yung mga permit. So, yun yung mga example ng fixed cost. Yung mga variable cost naman, nakadepende yan basta nagbabari or nagbabago yung mga expenses or yung mga puhunan. Okay. So, mamaya, ma-determine natin yung total cost. Ito lang yung gagamitin nating formula in determining the total cost. Yung fixed cost plus the variable cost. So, punta tayo sa break-even chart. Sabi nga dito, yung income natin is equal to the total cost. Ano nga yung total cost natin? Yung fixed cost plus the variable cost. It is the intersections of the income line and the total cost line on the break-even chart. When two alternatives are to be compared, the break-even point is the intersections of the total cost line for each alternative on the break-even chart. So para mas maintindihan natin yung mga sinabi dito sa ating definition, let us try to evaluate this kind of break-even chart. So dito, meron tayong Y and X. Meron tayong ditong Y and X axis. So sa graph naman, di ba, meron tayong X and Y axis. I-assume natin that itong X natin is the quantity or pwede rin natin itong tawagin na ito yung number of units of being produced. Yan. Ito yung mga x-axis natin. Yung y-axis natin is yung cost or revenue or pwede rin natin sabihin costs and revenue. Yung mga puhunan natin, yung mga expenses natin at yung mga yung mga kikitain natin. So yan, x and y ay yung mga mapagbebenta natin. X and Y. So dito, lahat ng inline dito is yung mga cost and revenue. Lahat ng mga inline dito is yung the number of quantity of being produced or yung quantity. Ano yung, lagyan natin dito, no? A, B, lagyan natin ng designation as A, B, C. Yung A natin is FC, yung ating first cost. Take note, ang first cost natin is hindi nagbabago. Di ba? Fixed cost. Kaya from here hanggang dito. And then, yung total cost natin dito, yung total revenue is, di ba, yung ating kinikita is laging nag-start siya sa zero. So, meaning to say, pataas siya. So, linear yung ating total revenue. And then, ito yung ang total cost natin is mag-i-start doon sa ating fixed cost. Siyempre, ang total cost natin, alam natin that the total cost is the variable cost plus the fixed cost. So, mag-i-start siya sa fixed cost hanggang linear pa din siya. Sir, nasan po yung variable cost? Ito ang ating variable cost. Palagay na lang ako ha. Yan. Ito yung ating variable cost or VC. Kaya yung total cost natin is equal to the variable cost plus fixed cost. And then, yung nag-intersect na point, ito yung tinatawag nating break-even point. So from here, from y-axis, ito yung break-even revenue natin. Meaning to say, ito yung revenue na from here, dito siya, kumbaga, nasalo na natin yung ating puhunan. Kumbaga, zero na yung ating profit. So, sa x-axis, ito yung mga ating magiging break-even quantity. Meaning to say, at this point, nasalo na yung ating quantity, yung number of quantity of being produced or number of units that is being produced. So, meaning to say, dito ay, kumbaga ay, salo na yung ating nasalo na yung ating yung cost natin at nasalo na yung ating quantity. Kung mapapansin niyo dito, itong part na to, itong mababang part nito, itong nasa lower part, ito yung tinatawag nating loss. At itong nasa upper part, ito na lang dito na lang ito. Ito yung loss, meaning to say, dito, hindi pa natin nakukuha yung ating break-even point. Kasi nandito yung break-even point. Hindi pa natin nakukuha yung ating break-even revenue at hindi pa natin nakukuha yung ating total units of being produced. Kumbaga, ay lugi pa tayo sa part na to. Pagdating dito, nasalo na natin. And then, kapag tumaas na siya, pumunta na dito sa part na ito, dito nag-gain yung ating business or yung ating dito nag-gain yung business or yung company. So pag tumaas na dito sa part na to, itong upper part na ito na yung magiging profit. Kumikita na siya. Maliwanag po tayo? Everyone. Gets po ang ating break-even chart?
Yes po, sir.
Yes po.
Huwag na natin consider itong margin of safety. Meaning to say lamang, pag antang dito, paghaba noong lifespan ay paglaki din ng tinutubo. So, ganun lang naman yun. So, ito lang i-consider natin yung break-even point. Ito yung break-even point in terms of break-even revenue and break-even quantity. Yung ating fixed cost, yung ating total revenue, which is the fixed cost plus the variable cost. So, yung variable cost naman natin is ito lang naman. Since nagba-vary siya from here up to here. Kaya tumataas siya. And then, ayun lang. So, ito lang i-consider natin. 1, 2, bali ito lang. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Maliwanag po sa ating break-even chart. So, mamaya gagamitin natin yan sa pag-solve ng problem. Okay po. That's po. Hello.
Apo, sir.
Okay. Sige, goods. So, may other formulas pa in determining the break-even point. So, in computing the break-even point, it could be in terms of number of units of production and in total numbers of sales in terms of dollars. So, given the formula for the computations, yung ating break-even point at a break-even point natin is equal sa first cost minus P divided by the PS minus V. Ano po yung ating FC? Ito po yung ating first cost. Malaki na lang ako, FC. Ano yung PS natin? Ito yung selling price per unit minus yung V natin is the variable cost per unit. Again na, ito ay selling price. So tayo ay nakakapagbenta ng product or equipment. So ano po, in terms of dollar, pwedeng ito is equal lamang dito. First cost minus 1 divided by 1 minus the variable cost per unit all over divided by the selling price per unit. And then take note that ang ating total cost is equal to fixed cost plus the variable cost. Pwede natin gamitin yung formula din na profit is equal to the revenue minus the total cost. Okay, so ito lang yung magiging formula natin in determining the break-even analysis. Okay po? Everyone.
Apo, sir.
Others po.
Yes po, sir.
Okay, sige. So let us try problem solving number 1. So ako muna So nasagot na pala. Yaman na, so-solve naman natin. The firm, sige, pabasa ako ng ating problem rents Alvin.
The firm has fixed costs of $10,000 this period, direct labor of $1.5 per unit, and material is $0.75 per unit. The selling price is $4 per unit. Find BEP in dollar and in units.
Sabi dito, find yung ating break-even point in dollar and in units. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, kapag in dollar, ang gagamitin nating formula is ito. Kapag in unit, ito ang ating gagamiting formula. Pero, kapag kinumpute natin yan, iisa lang din naman yung magkaiba yung lalabas kasi ito yung naka-in units, ito ay naka-in dollar. Tapos, pwede natin itong gawin for checking. Okay po. Sige, let us try to solve in dollar. So, break-even point in dollar muna. So, anong formula natin sa break-even point? Yung first cost, i-divide lang natin sa 1 minus yung ating variable per unit divided by the selling price per unit. Or yung ito pala is yung variable cost per unit. Ito is yung ating selling price per unit. Sige. So, BEP per dollar is equal. Anong first cost natin? Ilagay muna natin yung ating mga given. So, anong given natin dito? Yung first cost natin is equal to 10,000. Actually, madali lang talaga to. And then, direct labor is 1.5 and the materials is 0.75. The selling price is 4 per unit. Anong magiging ating selling price muna dito? Selling price natin, SP. Selling price. Selling price natin is $4. Ano yung ating magiging variable cost? Ano po magiging variable cost natin dito? Di ba nagbabago yung ating labor and yung materials depending on the cost. So 1.5 siya plus 0.75. So ito is magiging 2.25. So substitute lang naman natin, first cost is 10,000. I-divide lang natin sa 1 minus variable cost na si 2.25 divide per unit to divide selling price natin na 4.00 per unit. Cancel lang naman to. And then what would be our break-even point at in dollar?
Uh, 22,857.14286.
14286. Tama yan. So ang ating break-even point at in dollar is, so dollar tayo, 22,857.14286. Nakuha ba ng lahat? Others po. Madali lang yan. Yan ay naka-formula base lang. So 22,000. Yes po. Sige, question. May question ba? May in dollar lang. Lagi namang in dollar to. I mean, pwede din siyang, hindi. Kahit sa lahat siya ng currency. Kasi ito ay, kumbaga, in terms of money, in terms of units. Pwede pala, pwede. Okay, pwede. Pwede naman, pwede. Goods. So, $22,857.14. Maliwanag po tayo pag in terms of money. Nakuha ng lahat, nakakasabay. Formula based lang to. Ano ang technique ulit? Kailangan lang tayong magaling mag-evaluate ng mga given para mabilis natin may substitute sa ating formula. So sige, let us try to solve in the break-even point in units naman. So magkaiba yung formula. So break-even point, kapag naman in units, so X siya. So yung ating first cost, divide dun sa ating sa selling price per unit minus the variable cost per unit. Ano yung ating first cost? Again, 10,000. Ano yung ating selling price per unit? Again na, ito ay per unit. So, selling price natin per unit would be $4 per unit minus 2.25 per unit. So, cancel lang yung unit, matitira yung, 10,000 unit. Break-even point, hindi pala siya makakancel. Ano magiging natin dyan? Per unit siya. 10,000. Para pala makakancel. Ano po? 5714. 28, again, 28. May sagot kayo. Aray na compute ko na.
5714.
Okay, good. So, nakuha ba ng lahat itong 5714.285714 units? Nakuha na?
Apo, sir.
Yes po, sir.
285714 per units. Sir, paano po yung formula natin na profit is equal to the revenue minus sa ating total cost or yung ating cost? So, yan. Sabi dito, i-break even natin daw siya. Wait lang nga, computin ko muna. Baka ako ay magkamali. Ang revenue natin is 10,000. Minus 4 minus 2 point. Okay. ito, syempre, profit yung pinag-uusapan natin dito. Makukompute natin yung revenue, di ba? Yung total number of units. Pag ito, equate natin sa zero kasi nga break even. Ano magiging revenue natin dito? Yung 10,000. And then, may selling price tayo. Selling price, di ba tayo ay plus? Siya ay selling price na 4x. So, let x be, magagano tayo, let x be the units. Yan. And then, meron tayong variable cost. Ano bang variable cost natin? Minus pala to. Minus, kasi cost tayo na minus, variable cost plus, no. Variable cost. Variable cost, total cost, fixed cost, direct labor, 1.75. Wait lang ha. Revenue is equals sa cost. And then, meron tayong 10,000. Plus, yung 4x is equal to fixed cost. Cost. Selling price. Ang selling price natin is 2.25x. Ayan. So, papaano po yung ating profit is equals to the revenue minus cost. So, equate natin as 0. So, alamin natin yung ating break even. Revenue minus cost. And then, yung ating revenue is equal to cost. Ano ba yung ating revenue? Yung ating binibenta. Yung napagbenta natin. So, dito, meron tayong 2.25. 2.25x is equal to, ano yung mga cost natin? 10,000 units plus yung ating 4 point, magne-negative cost. 4x. Tama ba ako? Wait lang. Machine shop, may cost, annual cost. Ang first cost is cost yan. 4x. Pag may negative, 2.25. Check. Fixed cost. Spender. Selling price. May selling price. No. Selling price pala is for, again, dito tayo ha. Profit is equal to the revenue minus cost. So, profit natin is equals to 0. Revenue minus cost. Revenue is equals to cost natin. Ano yung revenue natin? Diba yung ating napapagbenta? So, 4x to is equal to, ano yung ating cost? So, variable cost, papatak siya sa variable cost yung ating 1.5x plus yung ating 0.75x. And then yung first cost natin is considered as outflow cost. So, plus to na 10,000. So, yung 4x minus 1.5x minus 0.7x, 75x is equal to 10,000. So, itong matitira dito is 2.25x is equal to 10,000. And then, yung x natin again is the number of units. Therefore, ang x would be yung ating 5,714 units. So, pwede itong maging formula natin in determining the total number of units. Maliwanag po. Uy, sir. Sino dito? Hello po, sir. Good morning po. Maliwanag po tayo sa ating number of units.
Sir, di po 1.75 po yung sa may X.
29. So, pag ganun. Wait lang. Tapos pa.
Ayun ba yung Roy?
Ano?
Ayun yung Roy. Yung kausap ko kanina.
Hindi. Ay, hindi ko kilala. Yan ang speaker.
Hindi, yung
Si Sir Amil. Okay. So, pagdating in terms of units, lagay natin siyang ira-round up. Therefore, ang X natin would be approximately equal to 5,715 units since wala namang 0.29 na units, di ba? Lagi tayong magra-round up. Kapag halimbawa naka-encounter tayo na 5,714.1 or 0.05, ira-round up pa din natin siya. Maliwanag pa.
Opo, sir.
Okay. So again, pwedeng ito yung maging formula natin in determining the number of units. In determining the number of units. Do you have questions po? May tanong kayo? Wait lang. Ang dami lang nagtaano sa akin.
The next one is the cost of price. So for example, we want the direction of the tree is opposite to the direction of the driver. So that is the cost of this one. The downside of this one is the possible of cluster wear is this one. If it is not properly designed, there can be contact of the in this one.
Ay, wait lang. Saglit lang ha. May kinakausap lang ako.
Can we convert open drive?
Saglit lang ha. Okay, sorry. Sige, may narinig ako kanina. May magtatanong daw. Ah, 1.75. Ito. Pero tama naman ang aking equation. Ayan. So, 1.75x. Sorry ha, medyo ang dami nagtatanong sa akin ngayon. Okay, maliwanag po tayo sa ating break-even point. Break-even analysis.
Yes po, sir.
Okay.
Yes po, sir.
So meaning to say, kung halimbawa tayo nagkaroon ng chart dito, diba, nandito yung ating total revenue, nandito yung ating first cost, nandito yung ating total cost. So from here, yung ating break-even revenue, kinakailangan pala na bago para makuha natin yung para magbalik taya or para makuha natin yung ating puhunan, meron tayo dapat makuha natin yung 22,857. So ito is 22,857. Pag total number of units that is being produced, kailangan merong 5,750. Okay tayo doon? Hello po.
Opo, sir.
Okay. So, good. So, sige. Let us try problem solving number 2. So, sige nga. Try nyo nga. Kayo nga.
A good part of contact here occupancy is just too small compared to the other two. But if this the shot connector here is having a critical drive or is critical to the design, so it's just not the result. This one could not deliver. It's required proper
Ano lang. Pa-interrupt lang ako ng konti. Naririnig niyo ba yung mga ibang sounds?
the art of contact. So
Opo, sir.
May naririnig yan, may nagtuturo din. Oh my God. Sige. Bakit kayo? Rinig na rinig niya.
Questions. So, clarification.
Kaya kayo. O sige, pakompute ako ng ating
The next one we have here a
pakompute ako. Bachat ako ng ating sagot.
found gears, right? The same as this compound belt drive wheel, where in one shaft we have two pulleys of different diameters. So, as stated earlier, there are certain recommended distance only for each type of belt, right? So that's the time we are going to use this kind of compound belt drive, as well as we just going to increase or reduce the power or
Madali lang yan.
or change the speed of the driver, but we don't want to use an extra motor, extra shaft for that. So, and you can use the speed of the first driven here. So that's the timer. But it's just the same logic. Compound gear, but this time.
Other answer po, aside from the Matatak and Callejo.
We have here the next one, the step and pulley drive. Like this one. This step is commonly used, if I'm not mistaken, it's 70. Try to check the
Okay, so I think, ayan. So tama naman yung mga nakukumpit na sagot. So sige, let us try to solve this one sa mga hindi pa nakakakuha. So a company produces a gear that is commonly used by several loan owner manufacturing companies. The base cost of operation in terms of the rent utilities is 750,000 per year. So itong cost nito is under ng fixed cost. The cost of manufacturing is $1.35 per gear. If these gear are sold at 7.35 each, how many must be sold each year to break even? So alam natin that our formula in determining the break even is the profit is equal to the revenue minus the total cost. Break even, equate lang natin siya sa zero, revenue minus cost, and then yung revenue natin is equal to cost. So tingnan natin yung ating mga given. In terms of revenue muna tayo. Punta muna tayo sa revenue. Ano ba yung mga revenue natin dito? Ano yung ating revenue dito?
7.35 po.
Yan. Ito yung revenue natin is yung 7.35. But before that, let X, no? X be the number of gears. So let X be the number of gears. So yung R natin, yung revenue natin is $7.35 X. And then, ano yung ating magiging costs? Yung ating 750,000 per year plus yung ating 1.35 X. So, equate lang natin. Ang ating revenue is equal to cost. So, anong revenue natin? $7.35 X. 7.35 na lang is equal to 1.35x. Tanggalin na natin to. Plus yung 750,000 per year. So therefore, ang 7.35 minus 1.35x is equals to 750,000. Therefore, ang x natin would be ilan kaya? 125,000 units per year.
Just remember this.
So madali lang ang ating break-even analysis. So nakuha ba ng lahat? As in super dali lang talaga niya. Nakuha po?
Yes po.
Others po?
Yes po, sir.
Apo, sir.
Sige.
Yes po,
Again,
sir.
problem number 3 tayo. Pa-check po ako ng ating mga sagot if na-compute nila.
Which one is the driver, and which one is the driver. So, ikaw natin discuss last time. So, in general, for the general formula, so we have a very complex compounder. We are asked to get the relation. So, the general formula for that is the speed of the last driven over the speed of the first driver. When it comes to when it turns to the ampere, so it is the product of the vectors.
Ay, hawak ang iba ng calculator para makuha ang sagot.
That's pretty much it. So there are computations here. So
Ayan. So, okay na. Feeling ko may nakukuha na naman ng karamihan. So, let us try to solve this one. So, the annual maintenance cost of a machine shop is 10,000. The cost of making a forging is $2 and the selling price is $3. How many forging should be produced each year in order to break even? So, given muna tayo. Ilagay natin dito yung ating revenue or sales. So, may selling price tayo na 3. And yung ating revenue ay yung ating cost na 10,000 and yung ating $2.
So this is the formula
2.
for
Yan. So, let X be the number of forging. O, the meaning to say, ito is magiging 3x, ito ay magiging 2x. Equate lang natin, 0 is equals to yung revenue minus yung ating total cost. Therefore, revenue is equal to the total cost. Simple as that, 3x is equal to 2x plus 10,000. Therefore, ang x natin would be 10,000 forge per
instead of
year. So, nakuha ba ng lahat itong ating break-even na 10,000 forge per year? Madali lang siya. Sa exam, meron lang konting ilalagay ako. Titingnan natin, i-evaluate ko lang kung talagang naiintindihan nyo yung break-even. Meron lang kung konting idadagdag. Tapos, ganan yung ating magiging flow ng ating examination. Actually, dyan sa break-even analysis, meron tayong mga tinatawag yung mga depreciation. So, hindi ko na isinali para hindi masyadong malito kayo. Tinanggal ko na sa ating discussion yung mga depreciation. Kino-compute pa kasi dyan yung iba yung mga depreciation. So, alisin na natin yan. Sa board exam, kadalasan gana naman yung mga nagiging tanong in terms of the break-even. So, wag na natin gawing komplikado. Siguro sa review center, saka na lang natin pag-aralan yung mga depreciation pag nasa review center na. Under the break-even. So, ganun lang naman ang mga tanong sa board exam. Do you have questions po in terms of break-even analysis or break-even formulas? Or break-even problems po? May tanong po?
Wala po, sir.
Madali, pinadali ko lang yan ha. Madali, mahirap. Madali lang, di ba? O yan, sabi ni J-Lo, madali. Kung gusto mo, J-Lo, i-discuss natin ng chapter 10. Gusto mo ba? Mahirap. Big. Okay, sige. Madaldal ngayon si J-Lo. Tanungin ko lang si J-Lo. Ako naman na may tanong na. Tanungin ko lang si J-Lo. Si J-Lo. Ako naman na may mga tanong. Discard. Stop share na ako. Ako ang may tanong kay J-Lo. Tag dito. Wait lang. Nasaan yung aking itatanong? Naganda ako ng mga tanong eh. Lang, hanapin ko lang yung engineering economics. Ito, second sem, engineering economics. Ala, nawawala pa ata. Sige, magtanong muna ako kay J-Lo. Si J-Lo? Tumahimik bigla si J-Lo. Okay, sige, J-Lo, I have questions lang. Nawala si J-Lo. Yan. Sige, mag-recap lang tayo or mag-recall tayo ng mga applications, principles, formulas regarding sa chapter 5 hanggang chapter 9. Para review na lang sa inyo magiging quiz next week. Okay. In comparing alternatives, what are the considerations or what are the different methods included? Sige nga, J-Lo. In comparing alternatives, what are the method that includes po in solving different problems? Different problems.
Actually, stitch. Okay. That is commonly what flat dot is.
Sige, in terms of break-even, ano ba pwedeng itanong sa break-even? If in case, wag pala, madali lang yung tanong. Hindi, yun ang gusto kong tanong. Ano yung mga different methods na ginagamit for the comparing alternatives?
That is connecting our
Patay ka, J-Lo. Patay ka sa exam. Pag hindi mo yan alam. J-Lo. J-Lo. And simple ka pa. Oo, nakita mo na sa notes mo. Sige, basahin mo na. Cost benefit. Wala tayong cost benefit. Apat lang ang ating method na kino-consider when we are comparing an alternatives. Okay, sige. Sige, lang ako kay Jasper, si David. Wag David. Dapat David para mayaman. Nasaan si Jasper? Hello? Andyan ba si Jasper? David.
Hello po, sir.
Yan. May tanong lang ako. Okay. When we are considering a present worth analysis, ano yung sa comparing alternatives under ng comparing alternatives? Ano yung pinipik natin in terms of present worth analysis? Ano yung pinipik nating alternative? Wow, ano yung chinuchoose nating alternative when we are comparing, example, two or more alternatives? Largest present value ba or lowest present value kapag nagpipik tayo ng best alternative under ng present worth analysis?
Yung lowest present value po.
Why? Why po? Ano ba ang formula ng ating present worth analysis? Present worth method sa comparing alternatives. Sige, Jasper. Isa-isahin natin. Anong formula natin under ng comparing alternative involving present work method. Comparing alternatives ha. Uy, wag kayong malilito ha. Wag na wag malilito. Sige, anong formula ng ating Jasper? Again, ikaw pa din. What is the formula in getting the present work method using comparing alternatives?
Yung pong present work inflow minus present work outflow po.
Okay. O, based dun sa ating formula na present work inflow minus present work outflow. Di ba parang katulad lang din yan ng sa compare ng break-even. Yung revenue minus the cost or yung revenue minus the investment. O doon sa formulang yon. O, halimbawa, may tatlong alternatives. E di na-compute mo na yung ating present work method. Ano yung pipiliin mong alternative? Ano yung best alternative na pipiliin natin? After we compute the present work method, Jasper again.
Again, it's the same. But we are considering that in terms of the power transmission of the split and
Yung mas
for us to decide or represent the types of power that we will use.
Logically speaking,
For the last one, we have
yung lesser value po.
chain drives.
Sige nga, Mark dyan. Patulong ako na kay Jasper.
One that we know already know.
Under tayo ng topic ng comparing alternatives. And then, hinahanap natin yung present work method. Example, may tatlong alternative. Na-complete na natin yung present work method. Ano yung pipiliin natin best alternative? Ano yung conclusion natin doon?
So if you're familiar with this one,
Yung ano po, maliit, yung pinakamaliit po ang present work cost po, yung outflows po.
Aha. Tingin nga ulit kayo sa ating mga notes under ng comparing alternatives using present work method. Yes, Caliejo.
Ang bibiliin pong alternatives ay yung greater po since malaki po yung difference ng inflows outflows, meaning parang mas malaki po yung income.
Yun. Nagagets ninyo? From the formula itself, inflow minus outflow. Pinag-uusapan natin dito yung present value. Meaning to say, yung present amount. So, ang pipiliin natin is yung may pinakamalaki. Ano nga? Pag annual cost, doon pa lang natin ipipick yung lesser value. Okay po tayo doon?
Ako, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Uy, wag malilitaw. Ano nga? Wag tayong malilitaw. Sige nga, last question. Ay, magandang tanong.
this is not major concern when using this one.
Pag ito karamihan nalilito eh. Si Zedric. Kasi parang hinahanto kayo. Sige, tanongin lang ito Zedric, using the rate of return method. Sige nga, pa-explain ako ng ating mga principles or rules under the rate of return method in general.
Sir, comparing alternatives or pag-measure lang ng economic viability?
In general.
If the computed ROR is greater than the minimum ROR, siya ay not economically viable. Pero kapag less than ang computed ROR sa minimum ROR, siya ay economically viable. Okay. Tapos po, for comparing alternatives, kapag ang computed ROR for comparing A to B ay greater than the minimum ROR, use use the one with higher initial cost and
Again.
kapag kapag greater than ang computed ROR sa minimum ROR, use the wait, use option B yung wait. Use the one with higher use the one with higher initial cost pa po
Mhm.
or baliktad pa po.
Hindi, wag mo akong tanungin kasi ako nagtatanong sa'yo.
Yan pa tanda ko pa, sir.
Again, anong pagkakatanda mo? If yung computed rate of return is greater than the minimum required rate of return, then,
Use the one with higher initial cost.
okay, higher initial cost. Okay na. So, in general, no, if yung ating computed rate of return is less than the minimum required rate of return, sabi nga niya kanina, the investment is not desirable nor accepted. And then, kapag magpipick tayo ng best alternative, ipipick natin yung lesser first cost or yung lesser investment. Kapag naman sa replacement analysis, same principles pa din, ipipick natin yung may lesser first cost, pero i-replace natin yung alternative na yun. Okay po, pagdating sa rate of return.
Yes po, sir.
Okay, sige, last questions. Saan lang kinoconsider yung interest on rate? Interest on investment. Saan lang siya kinoconsider? Saan lang siya in line?
Sa annual worth po.
Annual worth. I mean, naman. Sa anong method lang siya kinoconsider? Tama. Annual worth. Okay. Sige, yun lang naman makatanong ako para hindi kayo malito. Mag-aaral kayo ng pa-analyze ako ng mabuti para pagdating ng ating quiz, hindi tayo mahirapan mag-solve. Okay tayo doon? Everyone po.
Yes po.
Yes po.
Yes po.
Hindi ko alam kung magto-terms ako sa ating exam. Siguro, ibabalitaan ko naman kayo kung kayo mag-alala. Bibigyan ko sa inyo yung type ng exam. Pero magpo-focus ako more on problem solving. More on problem solving. Meaning to say, pwedeng, example lang ang nagiging plan po for your final examination would be 100 points pa din naman, 80 or 90 points for problem solving. It's either 80 to 100 points for the problem solving. So, pinaka-maximum na yung terms natin na siguro 20 or 10, basta ganun. Okay. So, magpo-focus kayo more on problem solving. Ano nga? Okay. Everyone. Sige, if wala na kayong tanong, that would be all for our chapter 9. Again and again, paaral po ako ng ating chapters 5 hanggang chapter 9. And then, syempre, yung mga basic formulas natin from chapters 1 to chapter 4 para hindi tayo mahirapan sa pag-aaral po from chapters 5 to chapter 9. So, mag-ingat kayo palagi, and tomorrow for our online class, wala muna tayong klase. So, siguro yung time natin is gamitin natin for recalling the formulas, analyzing different principles po involving chapters 1 to chapter 9. So, yun lang. Mag-ingat kayo palagi. God bless you all and goodbye. Happy Saturday.